video. That's what my grandbaby say. I'm back with another video. She say video instead of video. It's so cute. But hey y'all, it's your girl Miss Wright. I'm coming to y'all today because listen, that last live I just did, we was talking about walking in your purpose, right? And so when I got off, I was sitting up there like, okay, let me go ahead and study. So I started studying. God had me open up the book to Proverbs. And I kid you not, when I was reading the book of Proverbs, I'm like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. It pertains exactly to what we was just talking about, y'all. Like, this gotta be confirmation. Yes. Exactly. But I had to come back and share it with y'all. I had to come back and share it with y'all because it just tied so much into um, what we was just talking about earlier, right? So, hey, because I ain't see you earlier. So, hey. But let me go ahead and get started. So, we're going to be reading Proverbs 2, 3, and 4, right? And we just going to go over the law. It's like it's an unspoken law, but God spoke it and He said it. This is what you're going to do if you want to walk with me. And if you don't, I'm going to just tell you what these consequences going to be, right? I'm going to just tell you what the reward is and what the consequence is going to be because I'm giving you free will and I'm giving you the power to choose what it is that you want. Oh, you did? I missed it. I'm so sorry. I'm giving you the power to choose if you want to think negatively or think positively, right? So in this studying that I was doing, okay. So in the studying that I was doing, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is exactly what we was just talking about. The power of choice, right? Choosing wisdom or choosing folly, however you decide. But to know that you're really walking with God, these are the things that he is stating that you must do if you want to reap the harvest and the benefit of what it is that he has for you, what he has in store for you. So we could be walking in God and not really walking in God, but we gonna reap the consequences of the actions. But if you walking upright in God, he got some good stuff for you. Some real good stuff. An abundance of stuff, right? Because he a big guy. He ain't the little G. He the big G. So, all right, let me go ahead and start off with Proverbs chapter 2. It say, my son, if you accept my words and store up my commands within you, that means remember it. You got to repeatedly do it and remember it so it's on the inside of you. And when you regurgitate it in your actions, it's easy, it's natural, right? So it says, turning your ear to wisdom and applying your heart to understanding. So wisdom is really making a conscious decision about how you're going to choose something for the best benefit of all, right? It's not acting out in your feelings. So, and it says applying your heart to understanding. So instead of taking offense to things, we can choose to have a level of understanding, right? We can choose understanding instead of offense. You see how you can switch the polarities of the two, right? So it says, verse 3, and if you call out for insight, like if you want insight on why something was done to you, for you, against you, however you, if you want answers, right? You want insight, call out and cry aloud for understanding. So if you don't have understanding within you right now and you want to get it, all you got to do is cry out and ask God, God, give me a level of understanding that's deeper than where I am right now, you know? So he'll give it to you. It says, and if you look for it as for silver and search for it as for hidden treasure, then you will understand the fear of the Lord. So the fear of the Lord is not to tell you that he just some big bad guy. He all about whenever you focused on your wrongs and stuff like that. No, he gives you the choice to choose whether you want the consequence or the reward, right? But the fear is the reverence that we have for God. Yes, we're gonna fear, whatever he may do because he's not to be mocked, right? But The fear is a reverence of wanting to do his will, wanting to do what is right, wanting to be obedient to him, right? So it says, and find the knowledge. It say, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. So you want the knowledge of God to dwell over your life. For the Lord gives wisdom. So wisdom comes from God. It don't come from nobody else. Ask God for wisdom. And from his mouth come knowledge and understanding. So when you get the wisdom, you're going to begin to get knowledge and understanding, right? He holds victory in store for the upright. So if you see the benefit of walking it with God through wisdom is you're going to have the victory. Oh, definitely. You going to have the victory because you walking upright, right? That's what it said it in his word. He is a shield to those who walk is blameless. He got your back no matter what. He ain't going to have you out here looking silly. He going to protect you from everything, right? So it says, for he guards the course of the just and protects the way of his faithful ones. He's not gonna let no evil, no harm come up against you. Just like in Psalm when it say, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil because God is with me. He protecting you, right? Then you will understand what is right and just and fair. So we looking for right, just, and fair when we make decisions every time we have a thought where we have to choose between the two. Right, just, and fair. And then it says, every good path. So that's every good path is right, just, and fair. Then it says, verse 10, for wisdom will enter your heart. So after you ask for it, God give it to you, it's going to enter into your heart. It's going to be there. You're going to be convicted, right? when you don't do right. And knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. Imagine your soul being at peace, at ease, because you're not worrying, you're not frustrated, you're not anxious, you're not angry. You are abiding in wisdom and understanding. It's pleasant to your soul. That's like quenching your soul's thirst, right? All right. So discretion will protect you. Discretion will protect you. The discretion that you use, the discretion that you take in how you respond to things, how you react, how you choose to make decisions, right? Oh, thank you. Thank you. And it says, for wisdom will enter your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. Discretion will protect you, and understanding will guard you. Understanding will guard you. Wisdom will save you from the ways of wicked men. So when you walk in the wise counsel of God, you're going to be protected from evil people, people that's trying to do you wrong, people that's out to get you, or whoever you think, whatever you think it, they can't come up against you. They can't, because you using wisdom is allowing God's protection to be over your life, right? So it says, wisdom will save you from the ways of the wicked men, from men whose words are perverse. Let's look up perverse real quick. I want to look that up real quick. Perverse. So we can get a full understanding of what it means, right? So perverse means showing a deliberate desire to behave in a way that is unreasonable or unacceptable, often in spite of the consequences. So it's what you doing morally wrong, what you getting that conviction about, but yet you still going down that path. That's what perverse is, okay? Where was I at? So we had verse 13. Who leave the straight paths to walk in dark ways. You gonna step out the light and go walk in darkness? Who delight in doing wrong and rejoice in the evil, in the perverseness of evil, whose paths are crooked and who are devious in their ways, right? So that's what wisdom is saving you from. All of these people that are devious, deceitful, perverse, crooked, all of these evil people out here, right? It will save you also from the adulteress. You ain't got to worry about married people trying to holler at you. You ain't got to worry about sleeping with married people. Or, you know what I mean? And from the wayward wife with her seductive words. The wayward wife that don't know what she want, but you know how they creeping, but they separated, but they ain't divorced. Them type of people, okay? Who has left the partner of her youth and ignored the covenant she made with God? So that right there tell you right there, when you using wisdom and discernment over people, you are looking at the situation overall, and you like, nah, you might be separated, but you ain't divorced, and you ain't even abiding by the covenant that God gave you. What make you think you gonna be any good for me? That's using discernment instead of thinking with you think with this head, okay? Think with this right here, and it'll save you from adultery. Yes, and what did it say? For her house leads down to death, and her paths to the spirits of the dead. So it tell you right there where her spirit leading to, the adulterous woman or the adulterous man. Their spirit is leading to the path of dead. None who go to her return. Wait. It say none who go to her return or attain the paths of life. That sound like they losing their soul. That sound wicked. Ooh, they never return. You know they gonna return like home on a physical level, but spiritually it's like they never gonna. They can't get back on their path of life, like walking back upright because they in that dark place. Oh my goodness. Thus you will walk in the ways of good. Thus you will walk in the ways of good men and keep to the paths of the righteous. For the upright will live in the land and the blameless will remain in it. So it's easy to get there, but the blameless gonna be able to stay there. But the wicked will be cut off from the land. See how they ain't gonna be able to stay. They can't maintain it. Whatever it is that God trying to take them, they can't maintain it. So you gotta have wisdom with you above everything, right? God said, choose to ask for wisdom above all things. And the unfaithful will be torn from it. So the lifestyle that people are living, if God has given you, like whoever blessed you, God, the enemy, whoever blessed you with your possessions, whether it be your spiritual gifts or physical material things, you're going to lose it because if you're not walking out right, if you're not walking in wisdom. All right. Chapter 3 says, my son, do not forget my teaching, but keep my commands in your heart, for they will prolong your life many years. I know a lot of us want to be living with long life, and the Bible do say honor your parents, honor your mother and father, but not just honor your parents, also follow these commands if you want long life, right? And it says they will prolong your life many years and bring you prosperity. Ain't nothing like getting old, getting to a place where you 80, 90, 100 years old, and you still walking around, getting around like you 60, okay, or 50 or whatever. You ever seen old people get around and they looking good, feeling good and everything else? They get around better than the young folks. Hey, D. So it says, let love and faithfulness never leave you. Love and faithfulness. And a lot of times we can get into we could say we love somebody or get into a relationship with somebody and we become faithful to them, right? We ain't cheating on them. So when I think of this verse, I think of the cheating aspect of cheating on God. So that means going against what God is saying, the commands that he gives us to live by. And because we want to walk in those dark wayward paths, right? So it's like we're cheating on God because we're not being 100% faithful to knowing that he got us. And if we just abide in him and be obedient to him, he will never leave us or forsake us. It's us that do the leaving. It's not God. So if we can't be faithful to God, how can we truly be faithful to other humans? How can we really be faithful in a relationship? Because when you no longer want to do something, it can become an issue in your relationship, right? That's also being not faithful, because you committed to how you start off, it's how you gotta finish, right? That's in any relationship. Somebody gonna look at you crazy if you start doing something different. Like, wait a minute, hold on, this ain't how it was in the beginning. Wait a minute. But it's God that does the staying. It's us that walks away, not him. He never leaves us or forsake us. But his covering will not be on us if we do not abide in wisdom. Okay? So it says, let love and faithfulness never leave you. Always be faithful to God. Treat him just like you are in a relationship with anybody. And you know, when we say, I'm a very loyal person, okay, well, show that to God. Show your loyalty to God, right? And then he'll put the right people in your pathway that won't come up against you, right? He won't even put you on the paths with people because he's giving you the wisdom and you're abiding in him and he's protecting you from all the evil and harm. But when you do what you want to do, you can intertwine with what's wrong. You know, the people that don't mean you no good, okay? So it says, then you will win favor and a good name. Okay, wait, no. I messed that all up. Okay, it says, let love and faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck. Keep it close to you. Bind it around your neck, okay? Write them on the tablet of your heart. That means practice it so much that it's just in here. It's like, you know how you just are something, you just do something unknowingly because it's just in you. You don't have to think about it. That's the place that you need to get to with wisdom. When you practice wisdom in your life every single day. And it says, then you will win favor and a good name. You ain't got to worry about nobody that's spreading bad stuff about you all around town, saying stuff crazy on your name, speaking bad on your name, because God will elevate you, God will redeem you, and he will make your name good. So everybody that's talking against you, everybody that's speaking lies on your name, guess what? They're going to be made to be put to shame while God while God puts you in the place where your name will be good. People gonna be looking at them like, why you keep talking about them? Why they ain't even around you? Why is they still, you still talking about them? Why are they the topic of your conversation all the time? Why are you so pressed? That's what people gonna be saying about the people that's talking about you. Because God gonna make sure he keep you covered no matter what, in your presence or not, right? Tia Mori is what women are doing today to good men. Remy Ma didn't deserve her husband either. Women take men for granted, but to social media, and media won't talk about that blaming men is easy to do. Blaming men is easy to do. Um, I believe they were meant to be together because whatever relationship that you get in is to teach you a lesson. So whatever lesson it is that you need to learn, whether it's about the boundaries or lack thereof that you possess, that makes you a better person. So everything is meant to happen. So they deserved each other at one point. But like you say, they following that. If they following a trend, I don't know what Tia doing. I didn't even know what she was doing. I think, is that the one that's divorced or the one that's married? But hey, all they do is let the men heal, let the women heal, and the people who was in these bad relationships before, now you got an opportunity to heal, see what you don't want, and now you know you got standards for when you do get what you want. You know what you want because you seen it before you saw it, and when you get it, you ain't looking clueless like, well, I'll just settle for anything, not knowing what you really want in life, you know? So that's with any relationship, though. You know what I mean? It's a process to learn who you are and what you really like. That's what it's all about. But yeah, so verse, let's see. He gonna make your sight. He gonna make your name good in the sight of you gonna win favor. Hold on, wait. Then you will win favor and a good name in the sight of God and man. So not just to God will you be made to have favor and a good name, but also to man, to people. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. And if you were talking about it earlier, remember we was talking about earlier how um we when God gives us something to do and we don't quite understand the reason that he told us to do something, and then we be like, oh, I don't want to do it because it's gonna make it sound foolish, Lord, it sound crazy. What if the people reject me? Or what if I go to them, I don't know if that's really going on, and that's their situation, and you telling me to go over there and tell them this or pray for them about this, and it be the very thing that that person prayed for unknowingly. But God is strategic because he sits high and look low, and he know, and he not gonna have us looking crazy as long as you walking upright and and using wisdom, right? But it says trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. Trust his ways. Okay? In all your ways, acknowledge him. In all your ways. Everything you think, say, do, eat, the way you live your life, reverence and honor God, right? And he will make your paths straight. So that means you got to be walking on a crooked path right now if God gonna make it straight when you walk upright and use wisdom, right? Verse 7. Do not be wise in your own eyes. That means don't be wise using your flesh. Be wise using your spirit, the Holy Spirit, what God put down on the inside of you, right? That's the place you want to use because that's God speaking. It's God ain't speaking from your flesh. He's speaking from your spirit, your Holy Spirit. Okay. Fear the Lord and shun evil. I mean, you get away from evil. It's a distasteful taste in your mouth, okay? This will bring health to your body. What we just that right there was what got me right there. This will bring health to your body because earlier we was just talking about, remember the mom that had cancer and she got healed because her son created a whole plan for her, and it included not just changing her diet but changing her toxic thoughts. That's wisdom. Using wisdom and choosing the positive thoughts or the right way to go versus the wrong way to go. We going to either take that path of reward or consequence, right? What you do for a living? That's what you do for a living? Okay, so it says, this will bring health to your body and nourishment to your bones. Really? I didn't know you were. You got your channel set up? Let me know if you got your channel set up so I can support you. Okay. And anybody else got a channel, let me know. I'll support you. Let me watch some videos. I want to see y'all. I want to help y'all see y'all prosper. Okay. Okay, cool. Send it to me on IG. So it says, or you can do it in the comments. It don't matter. Either way. So verse 9, it says, honor the Lord with your wealth. So whatever material wealth gain that you obtain, honor God with it. Whatever it is that God is telling you to do, honor him with it. If he blessed you with that, why not give? When I hear that argument about paying tithes and not paying tithes and all of this, I think that's a more individual perspective because it is a law of the law of, I think it's reciprocity, I think. When you give, it's going to come back to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will men pour into your bosoms. So when you get wealth from God, don't don't shun it. You know what I mean? Don't shun them and be like, oh no, this all mine. I'm hoarding it. I'm keeping it to myself. No, I'm gonna do what I want to do with this money. It's about being a good steward of your money. Oh, we just was talking about this in that same chapter in the book club last night. How we are supposed to be good stewards over. Oh my goodness, we supposed to be good stewards over our businesses as well. And instead of him being a company in the for the public, which means the stock market or whatever on the stock market exchange, he gave it to all his earnings to his nonprofit and his trust. And what happened was when he gave it to his nonprofit and trust, now he was able to give back to the people who need it. Right? Oh my goodness. Okay, so let me go ahead. Honor the Lord with your wealth, with the first fruits of all your crops. Don't wait till you get down to your last and then try to give to God, because you're not going to be giving from a joyous place. When you give from with your for the first fruits, when you give the first fruits, you're going to be giving with more joy, because you're going to know that He going to take care of you and He going to make that money stretch and do what it need to do in your life. You know what I mean? So give Him your first fruits when you still happy about it, because we all be mad when we get down to that last little bit under $100 in that bank account. Okay. This is confirmation today. Good. Okay. Okay. Yes. So it says, honor the Lord with your wealth, with the first fruits of all your crops. Then your barns will be filled to overflowing. So it's a knowing, it's a trusting, and it requires your faithfulness in God. You're not being faithful in God if you really don't believe that when you give your first fruits unto God, that He's gonna bless you with overflow. Did you just? Then your barns will be filled to overflowing, and your vats will brim over with new wine. You got to know that God is always going to bless whatever you put out there. So whatever He gave you initially up front and you decide to give your first fruits back to God, don't you think He going to add the increase? Your job not. They just going to give you a 50 cent an hour raise once a year on your annual review. Like, they don't even give out dollars no more, do they? I don't know. But God, He's going to give you the ultimate raise. Now you see money coming in from here, there, everywhere, right? So it be outside of your control. But it's when you give your first fruits and with joy. Okay. My son, do not despise the Lord's discipline. So that means don't purposely go against what God is telling you to do because you just don't want to do it. If you don't want to do it, just don't do it and walk away from God. Don't enter into a covenant with God. Okay. But when you walking upright with God and you want to really live a life that's holy and acceptable to Him, then please don't despise the discipline, because it will come regardless if you're gonna do right or not. The consequence or the reward gonna come either way. And do not resent His rebuke. Don't regret it. Don't regret what comes to you. When He rebuke you, don't be regretting it, talking about God did what this to me. No, 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 no. That's a result of your thoughts, the choice that you chose to travel, right? In your decision-making skills. Okay. It says, because the Lord disciplines those He loves. So if God disciplines those He loves, just like we was talking earlier, I did it. Just like we was talking earlier, it says the Lord disciplines those He loves. And we was just talking about living a life of discipline earlier, having some organization in your life, creating schedules for yourself. We ain't trying to go overboard with the schedules now, you know what I'm saying? But having some form of discipline in your life is a result of walking upright with God. You keeping your life in order. Instead of having everything on in your head, it's on paper now. Now you got a budget sheet for your monthly expenses and knowing what you got coming in, so you can know what you got going out. So that way when you go spend your money, you being a good steward because you can see it now on paper. Instead of thinking about it in your head, and then you wake up and realize you down to your last penny and still got 10 more days to next payday. Well, however long, you know what I mean? But still, that's how it works, okay? But creating those schedules, creating grocery lists so it can keep you on task, helping you to be a good steward over your finances as well. Creating your daily to-do list, okay? Or creating whatever it is that you need to take care of this week. Whatever type of list it is that God put on your heart to do to organize your life, because everybody's life a little bit different. But whatever that is to help you stay on track, that lets you know that that's a disciplined lifestyle. And discipline comes from God because he loves us, just like we did our children, or just like y'all doing your children, where y'all discipline them because y'all love them, right? So y'all keeping them in order. Okay. Blessed is the man who finds wisdom. So we all say we blessed, right? Oh, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. The blessed person is the one who found wisdom. So if somebody walking around and you see they ain't using wisdom and you might want to side eye, you sure you walking in? You sure you're blessed? You sure? No, okay, I'm just playing. But no, for real. The man who gains understanding. So blessed is the man who finds wisdom, the man who gains understanding. For she is more profitable than silver and yields better returns than gold. Wisdom is a she. Her little beautiful self. Her little beautiful self. Look at her. Blessed is the man who finds wisdom, the man who gains understanding, for she is more profitable than silver and yields better return than gold. So you could either go get the money. It's like, you know, those people that hit the lottery and then they go to my dream home and where are they now? And a year or two later, they ain't got nothing left because they wanted the money. You feel what I'm saying? But when you go get the wisdom, now God puts you in that place, like he said earlier, where he can take you there, but you can also stay there. Okay. Okay. Verse 15, she is more precious than rubies. If wisdom is more precious than rubies, that value got to be real high. And it sounds like it's something that a lot of people can't afford. It sounds like a rarity, right? We can see that in the world today that we live in. A lot of people not using wisdom. So it's a rarity when you see people that do use wisdom, ain't it? Ooh, when you see other people like you, yes, mindset to manage. Exactly. So using that wisdom to manage your thoughts, your words, your actions, everything you do, that lets you know how you walking with God, right? But it's rare. Chase it. Chase that rare diamond. That's like everybody wish they could get into a Jaguar, but everybody can't afford it, right? And them be the ones that do not have commercials. It's the cheap cars that you see a commercial every time. It's like it's for anybody. Anybody can get in here. Good credit, bad credit, no credit at all, right? But that Jaguar, you ain't seen no commercial about that. That thing sitting on the showroom floor, okay? Inside the building, because it knows its worth. And it's a rarity that when you see somebody riding in a Jaguar, especially if you in the hood, you gonna know whose Jaguar that is, okay? Because it's a rarity like wisdom. What? Come on now, I ain't doing all that confirming. Am I confirming all that for you? I did. We just talked about it earlier though, you know. But yeah. So it says, verse 15, it says, she is more precious than rubies. Nothing you desire can compare to her. So when you desire things, everything that you desired and you had that feeling about that you thought you wanted, wisdom don't even compare. Like, it don't even compare to wisdom. My bad. It don't even compare to wisdom. The feeling that you have when you using wisdom, when you making right choices, when you controlling your thoughts, when you choosing what you want to think, act, and respond, right? Oh my goodness. He said, I don't even know. It says here, long life is in her right hand. And in her left hand are riches and honor. So wisdom is carrying the riches. Oh my goodness. if you don't ask for the riches, because wisdom got the riches too, but wisdom got the riches with the maintenance of it. Oh my goodness. And got the long life. So imagine living a life that we just came out of before 2020, right? Where everybody was going for the hustle bustle. Everybody was stressed out. Everybody going to work to keep up with this, keeping up with the Jones experience, okay? Keeping up with the material things of the world, and buying things to just to please and make other people who do not like us see us. Look at me, look at my worth. You know what I'm saying? That whole lifestyle be pre 2020, okay? And now that's asking for the things and not the wisdom. When you get the wisdom, it's gonna come, but it's gonna come so much smoother. It's gonna come with rest. Just like back then with all that hustle and bustle, and you got to work, you got to hustle, you got to do this, and we sleep when we die. All of that stuff that they used to say back then. Remember all of that? Hustlers don't sleep. Yes, they do. What? I need my rest. I don't know about y'all, but I needs my rest. I'm gonna get it too. Okay. I mean, it's too much rest. It's too much. But as far as that, I'm up at 3 a.m. and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. What? Okay. I think our bodies is naturally set to a sleep schedule, and it's according to nature. And the reason that it's a dark for a certain period of time is because that's the time when our body releases something that we're supposed to maintain that level of sleep. And when that sun start coming out and the birds start chirping and stuff, that's when it's time to get up. Your body is rested. Like God know what your body need for rest. Like the natural alarm clock should be set, but that also come with maintaining our physical health by what we're eating and stuff like that, and how we're treating our temple mentally and physically or what have you. So that's all that comes into play with how your body gonna get its rest anyways. But that whole 2 to 3 hours of sleep because you got to go, what type of results did that produce? Stress, dis-ease, frustration, lack. Okay. Let me move right along. Long life is in her right hand, and in her left hand are riches and honor. Her ways are pleasant ways. That means she's just so smooth with it. It's like it's like that thing when God say your enemies ain't gonna be able to hate you, okay? Because they gonna be so at peace with you and not understanding why I hate her. But I can't fathom or do nothing crazy because it's something about them. It's something about her. You know what I'm saying? It's something about you. Because her ways, wisdom ways, is so pleasant. Who can refute that, right? You can't argue with a pleasant person, can you? Some people still try to do crazy ones still try though, right? Okay. And all her paths are peace. She ain't chasing toxicity. She ain't trying to be toxic today. He ain't trying to be on demon time. You know what I'm saying? They go down the path of peace. And that peace is that pleasant way, right? That peace is that soft place where it's not leaving you feeling with like you're getting something something is unanswered questions, right? So it's not leaving you frustrated. It's not leaving you in your head after the situation ends. Anytime you choose wisdom, it's so peaceful. She walks on peace. Okay. She is a tree of life to those who embrace her. Don't just ask for her, embrace her, okay? Those who lay hold of her will be blessed. So that's how you know you're blessed. That's how you know anybody blessed, because they're using wisdom. By wisdom, the Lord laid the earth's foundations. by wisdom, by choosing the right thought. When he was creating, which is in your mind, the thoughts that God was choosing when he laid the foundations of the earth, it was all a part of his decision. If God used wisdom to lay the foundations of the earth, that means he had to be disciplined in his thoughts to control his emotions and control his thoughts. God is in control of his thoughts instead of letting his thoughts control him. And that's the very same way we should be. It says, by wisdom the Lord laid the earth's foundation, and by understanding he set the heavens in place. So he had a level of understanding to know that it's a separation. Even though it's all the same, it's still a separation of the two. He understood why it couldn't just be together. Okay. Okay. And we got to understand. Remember earlier when we were talking, I said we got to understand another person's perspective when we make a decision on reacting to something that people do. That ties in with it. That level of understanding helps you have the empathy to be able to say, you know what? Maybe they did this because of this, and come up with the best possible scenario just so that it don't leave you in a place of frustration and things is building up on the inside of you, the distress, the frustration and all of that, you know what I mean? So and you can just let it go. You ain't got to worry about it, think about it. You ain't think about it for 3 days and sleeping on it, can't sleep, pacing the flow back and forth and all of that, like them hustlers do that get up at 3 pacing the flow. Okay, by his knowledge, the deeps were divided. By God's knowledge, the deeps were divided, and the clouds let drop the dew. That just reminds me right there of how the deeps of the water, right? The water is all the way down below. The clouds is all the way up high. Usually in the daytime, the clouds is light. At night, they get dark. But we're gonna say for the sake of what's coming to me, we're gonna say that the clouds is light because it's daylight outside. And then we're gonna say that the water's down below because see, surface water be light, but the deeper you go down into the water, the darker it get. And when it say that they were divided, the deeps were divided. Think about how God is dividing the darkness from the light in us. So when he says that wisdom is going to keep us separated from amongst them, oh my goodness! And when we in that separation, we don't have to worry about them putting us to shame or God not protecting us from those type of people because it's a separation. And remember Kevin Gates, I love to quote that every time, y'all. We in a great divide. You either vibrate low or you choose to vibrate high. That's exactly what he's saying. Either you're going to make the right choice and you're going to vibrate high because you're walking in love and wisdom and understanding, or you're going to choose to vibrate low and operate on demon time or whatever you want to call it down there, okay? Closer to the depths of the water. Okay, my son, preserve sound judgment and discernment. Discernment. So discernment is that inner Holy Spirit that's nudging you on which step you should take, which direction, is there for a reason. Because that spiritual realm goes before you in the physical. And it sees danger that lies ahead, or it may see the good that lies ahead to tell you to take this route, go this way. But when you don't go with your Holy Spirit, first mind, or intuition, your gut instinct, however you want to describe it, when you don't follow it and you go against it, that's when you lose the covering. Okay. So the discernment, that Holy Spirit nudge, that is what you should be following to make sure that you're walking upright with God for real, right? That way you stand under the shadows of the Almighty, right? You stand under God's protection because you're using discernment, right? Do not let them out your sight. So them is sound judgment and discernment. And remember, sound judgment is your logical thinking. When you're making decisions, it have to come from a logical place, not an emotional place. You process those emotions and then you think with logic before you make that decision, right? Whew, for they will be life for you. An ornament to grace your neck. Everybody like walking around with them big old chains on and all of that. That's what judgment and discernment gonna do. It's gonna grace your neck. It's gonna bless you, okay? Then you will go on your way in safety. I just said that. Oh my goodness. Then you will go on your way in safety, and your foot will not stumble. God, like, I got your back. All you got to do is just ask for wisdom, use discernment, understanding, and sound judgment. I got your back. Hold on, y'all, real quick. All right, he's like, I got your back no matter what, right? That's what God's saying to you. So it says, then you will go on your way in safety, and your foot will not stumble. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. You ain't got nothing to fear. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. That's what I'm talking about, some sweet sleep. I ain't trying to be having no 2 or 3 hours of sleep, hustling and bustling, chasing the material. Oh no, let's follow God. He wants to give us sweet sleep. That means sweet sleep, beauty rest, okay? He know when my body rested, and he gonna make you wake up, and he gonna make you go to the bathroom, and that's when you going. It's time to get up, time to go use the bathroom, right? When you had enough of rest, that's when he gonna sweet rest. Okay, sweet sleep. Have no fear of sudden disaster or the ruin that overtakes the wicked. So when you see disaster coming up amongst people, and it may be in close proximity to you, heck, it could be your neighbor, you know what I mean? It could be the person right in front of you or whoever when you ride down the road. But don't have no fear, because it ain't for you. You covered. This is for the wicked. He, just as God is giving out rewards, he's giving out the consequences too. Oh my goodness. And so that ain't even yours. The sudden disaster that you may see, it ain't for you. Mind your business. Keep your eye on what God's telling you to do. Don't look, don't fret, don't worry. That's their reward or consequence. Whatever that sudden disaster is on the wicked, that's their consequence for choosing the path that they have. And for those who do not know how to, don't know how to read, or don't read the word, or what have you, God has already put it on the inside of you, that Holy Spirit. You got to follow that discernment, that wisdom, right? But you can ask for it. The Holy Spirit will tell you, though. It will convict you. Okay. So it says, verse 26, for the Lord will be your confidence and will keep your foot from being snared. He's saying it again. That's the second time he said it. He ain't going to let your foot stumble, and he going to keep your foot from being snared. Now, somebody biting at it and grabbing at it or trying to pull you back. Okay? Them crab in the bucket mentality. Okay? Oh, never mind. Do not withhold good from those who deserve it. So if you know it's somebody out here that deserves some help, and they trying to do the right thing, and you have the power within you to do it, don't withhold it. When it is in your power to act. It say, do not withhold good from those who deserve it when it is in your power to act. So when you have the power to do it and you don't do it, don't say to your neighbor, come back later, I'll give it tomorrow, when you already have it now with you. Oh, somebody ever did you like that? You ever did somebody like that? Come back later, I'll give it to you, knowing you got it right now, because you're trying to really think about if you really want to give it to the person, or that person trying to figure out if they want to give it to you or not. Huh? And they had it all along, and you know they had it. You shouldn't even have to think about stuff like that. When you got it on your heart to do, you're going to do it naturally. You ain't going to sit up there and have to think about it, or send a person to come back to you knowing that they desperately need it and they really trying to do the right thing. Hey. It says, verse 29, do not plot harm against your neighbor. So even though somebody may come up against you and do you wrong, don't plot no harm against them. Just go to God. I told y'all earlier, talk to God. I'm gonna tell God on you. I'm not playing with you. I'm telling my daddy on you in heaven, okay? Because God is about to handle you. He could do way more than I can do. And then it says, do not accuse a man for no reason. Do not accuse a man for no reason. Didn't somebody just say that earlier, talking about men get accused for stuff? I think somebody said that earlier in here. But ladies, ladies, don't be accusing a man. Oh, you was with that girl, huh? Never mind. I was guilty of that too in the past before. I didn't say it before. Okay, never mind. But oh, you was with that girl. Oh, you accusing a man of what? Nothing. Or somebody took some. I just know it had to be them because it wasn't nobody else accusing somebody of taking something and you ain't see them do it. Don't accuse a person for nothing now, okay? You got to make sure you got your ducks all in a row and your I's dotted and your T's crossed, or your T's dotted and your I's crossed. I don't know, but you better make sure you don't accuse some man for nothing, okay? For no reason? Okay. It say, do not accuse a man for no harm when he has done you no wrong. Do not envy a violent man or choose his ways. That means don't be finding it something glorious to bask in when somebody doing something violent against somebody else, regardless of the situation, whether the person deserved it or not. It don't matter. Don't choose violence today, y'all. Okay? You know how people be talking about they woke up choosing violence, and then other people talking about, oh, I wanted to choose it. Even in those little sayings and memes and things that are fads that's going on right now, people getting caught up in saying stuff like that and don't even realize what they're saying. And now you're envying the I woke up choosing violence. Now everybody want to wake up and choose violence instead of choosing peace. Nobody say they wake up and chose peace. Okay. It says, or don't choose his ways either. So don't want to do like him. Don't want to wake up and choose violence. Choose peace. He's telling you that if you want to walk all right with God and choose and walk in wisdom, right? It says, verse 32. For the Lord detests a perverse man, but takes the upright into his confidence. We was just talking about confidence earlier when I said it's a difference between pride and confidence. Pride is you walking in your flesh. The confidence is the confidence of you knowing that God is going to provide, that God is going to do what he said. So it's like I have that much faith in God that I don't have a doubt. I don't have a fear. I don't have a worry. You know what I mean? Having that much confidence. And so people can mistake that as pride because you're having this confidence and you thinking so highly of God, and people be, oh, don't think highly of yourself. No, that's pride. That's a whole difference. He said it right here. Okay. Let me look up perverse. I want y'all to understand what perverse means. For the Lord detests a perverse man, but takes the upright into his confidence. So let's look up perverse. Okay, so showing a deliberate desire to behave in a way that is unreasonable or unacceptable in spite of the consequences. We just read that, didn't we? I looked that up already. Y'all got me looking stuff up again. I just want to make sure. That's what that means. Perverse. Okay, so it says it says, for the Lord detests a perverse man, but takes the upright into his confidence. The Lord's curse is on the house of the wicked. So when you walking upright with God, you ain't got to worry about your life being cursed. Stop speaking negative stuff, talking about when it rains, it pours. Stop saying stuff like that. Those are the thoughts that you have to start choosing positive over negative, because you're going against what God is saying. If you're walking upright and you're doing everything holy and acceptable unto God, you don't have to worry about your house being cursed. That's for the wicked. But he blesses the home of the righteous. So you either blessed or you cursed. Ain't no in between, ain't no gray matter. It's black or white, okay? Blessed or cursed, wicked or righteous. Which one is we gonna be? Walking with God or walking with the enemy? The enemy. Which the enemy, okay? All right, let's see. He mocks proud mockers, but gives grace to the humble. Let's look up mockers. What's a mocker, y'all? Somebody who mock other people? Ain't that what it said? A person who mocks someone or something? Oh my goodness, this is crazy. Okay, so mocking other people. Okay, well, what is mocking? What is a mock? Put an end to, thwarts. Wait, what? Another one says, let's see what another definition is. Well, to mock, okay. It don't matter, I guess. That part don't matter. Okay. It says, he mocks proud mockers. And remember, we say God is not a man that he should be mocked. Don't make fun of him. Don't go against him. Don't blaspheme him, right? Don't go against his what he's saying. If he's saying that this is what it is, don't test him to see if he gonna do what he said he was gonna do or not, right? Don't test God to see if he gonna bless you and you are being wicked when you know that he done already said it in the word. Don't mock him. Okay. It says the wise inherit honor, but fools he holds up to shame. So you gonna have a name of honor. You got a name of honor when you walking upright with God, right? He's going to make sure that you walk in this honor. But when you are a wicked person, we think that wicked people don't have their day. Baby, God do more deliveries than Amazon, okay? You don't have to worry about what's going to happen to the people who done you wrong and thinking they just living a little peaceful life over there, because guess what? They're going to have to walk that shame walk publicly. Just like God going to uphold you in honor publicly, he going to uphold them in shame publicly. Make them look crazy, and they ain't going to be able to do nothing about it. Okay, so it says, so we're going to do chapter 4, this last chapter that we're doing. Okay, y'all. I know I've probably been before y'all like, what is she talking about? Okay, but look, walk with God. Please walk with God. Because we don't want to have to worry about the curses and all of that stuff. We done been through some sacrificial stuff already. We don't need no more sacrifices to make, right? We want to be obedient. So, chapter 4 is talking about how wisdom is so supreme, right? It says, listen, my sons, to a father's instructions. And just because God keeps saying, listen, my sons, and all of that stuff, he talking to both men and women. Don't take it as he just talking to one and not the other, okay? Pay attention and gain understanding. Gain understanding. That means you have to constantly have an open mind to learn, to advance yourself, to better yourself, to grow. Why do you think I always say let's grow? Because it's about your personal development to become your true, authentic self. And that's walking in your truth. Okay. Pay attention and gain understanding. You got to be on the lookout. You got to be always paying attention, because those thoughts can creep up into your mind like a thief in the night and snatch your whole day away. You might have been having a good day, and as soon as that thief come up in your mind, he done snatched your joy away. He done snatched whatever it is that your peace that you was walking in. That's why you have to always pay attention. Pay attention. Okay. I give you sound learning. So this is sound learning now. This is learning from a logical place where you're dissecting what's good and what's bad, chewing the meat and spitting out the bone, right? I give you sound learning, so do not forsake my teaching. He telling you don't forsake his teaching. When I was a boy in my father's house, still tender, and an only child of my mother, he taught me and said, lay hold of my words with all your heart. Keep my commands, and you will live. Get wisdom, get understanding, and do not forget my words or swerve from them. Don't walk away from them. Ain't nobody else gonna be able to save you like God can save you. Okay? It says, do not forsake wisdom, and she will protect you. That's your protection, your wisdom. When you walking in the wisdom, you're saving yourself from a whole bunch of chaos or situations that can be avoided, right? In any manner. Do not forsake wisdom, and she will protect you. Love her, and she will watch over you. Wisdom is supreme. Therefore, get wisdom. So if wisdom is supreme, don't you want to be attached to like supreme mean highest, right? Supreme mean highest. Supreme. That's like some extraordinary. That's like a grand supreme meaning. Let's see. That means of authority or an office or someone holding it superior to all others. Superior to all others. You want to be in with the in crowd. That's the best in crowd to be with. So, wisdom, because she's supreme above every other thing, right? Okay. Let's see. Even going away. Okay, so wait. Where was we at? Verse. Verse 7. So wisdom is supreme, therefore get wisdom. Though it costs all you have, get understanding. So it may cost you to have to swallow your pride. Get understanding. It may cost you everything. You may think it may make you look crazy out here because you had to choose peace over violence or you had to be the bigger person. It may cost you everything, but get it, because God gonna make your name great and have an honor and favor over you, right? Esteem her, and she will exalt you. So no matter how crazy you may look in that moment when you have to choose a wise decision over a decision of folly, you have to also understand that esteem will exalt you in the end. That's that laugh now, cry later. So the person who may be laughing at that moment while you're feeling like you were defeated by being the bigger person, they're going to cry later because the wicked is going to get cursed. But you who were using wisdom and understanding going to cry now maybe, but you going to laugh later. Oh, today, huh? Just today? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So it says, esteem her and she will exalt you. Embrace her and she will honor you. Y'all had somebody honor y'all before? She will set a garland of grace on your head. So you just got the whole little, you got the garland of grace on your head. You got the chain chokers on your neck. Oh my goodness, God is this. He giving you all this jewelry and got you looking good with the crowns and stuff. Yes, yes they are. And then it says, she will set a garland of grace on your head and present you with a crown of splendor. Splendor. Okay. It says, listen, my son, accept what I say, and the years of your life will be many. You're going to have long life. With long life, you will satisfy me. Okay. I will guide you in the way of wisdom. So the Holy Spirit going to guide you in the way of wisdom to go get the wisdom, but it's up to you to use it, right? I will guide you in the way of wisdom and lead you along straight paths, right? When you walk, your steps will not be hampered. That's the third time he done said that. Now ain't your steps ain't gonna be hampered. It ain't gonna get snared. Your foot ain't gonna get snared. You ain't gonna stumble. Like it's a constant reminder to let you know, like God, like I'm just that faithful. Hey, I'm just that faithful. I'm not gonna let you get no harm done to you. I got your back. That's what God's saying to you. When you run, you will not stumble. The wisdom is going to make sure that you don't fall on your face and look crazy out here. Okay. It says, hold on to instruction and do not let it go. Guard it well, for it is your life. So your life and your quality of life and your life is dependent upon wisdom. Okay. Or the instruction, right? Do not set foot on the path of the wicked. That ain't saying like walking in front of them or something like that. No, that's saying don't partake in what they're partaking in. The things that they think is good, because the evil people don't rest until they do evil, right? You should not be partaking in no way, shape, form, or fashion. Now at this point, it should be convicting you. Yes, I am. I'm Proverbs chapter 4. Right now we on verse 14 that I was reading from. Yes. And I'm just a human. That's it. So it says, avoid it. Do not travel on it. Turn from it and go your way. For they cannot sleep till they do evil. I just said, they can't sleep until they do evil. You don't want to live a life like that where you constantly, that's their peace. Their peace is in the evil until God come back with the curse, right? You're welcome. So their peace is doing evil. Oh my goodness. But they don't realize that when God come knocking on that door, like time to pay up. Okay. So it says, for they can't sleep until they do evil. They are robbed of slumber till they make someone fall. They can't even sleep until they make somebody fall, till they hurt somebody else. That's not the lifestyle y'all really want to live for real. You don't want to hurt people with your words. You don't want to hurt people with your actions and what you're doing. The only evil people do that. Like, that's down low with the deeps of the darkness and stuff. That's the separation. You know what I mean? But when you're walking on the right path with God, you don't even have to intertwine with those type, right? It's when you begin to walking in the ways of the wicked that you are susceptible to that type of stuff, right? It says, they eat the bread of wickedness. So that's what they feed on all the time. Being more wicked, finding craftier ways. Would you say narcissists and witches and warlock, all of this stuff, that dark magic, all that stuff, all of it is dark. They're walking in darkness and they're eating the bread of the wicked. And they drink the wine of violence. That's all they eat on, bread and wine. Bread and wine of wicked and violence, right? That's what they go after. The path of the righteous is like the first gleam of dawn. So when you first wake up in the morning, that beautiful sun out there, like, ooh, and I love that beautiful sun too. That's like when it be like the really, really beautiful. But okay. Anyway. The path of righteousness is like the first gleam of dawn, shining ever brighter to the full light of day. It do too. Y'all ever see outside when the sun starts shining early in the morning? Don't it be so bright? I think it be brighter than that 12 o'clock sunshine when the sun be directly in the center of the sky. I think that one be brighter than that one. The first gleam of the dawn. It do, cause the Bible just said it. No, but the way of the wicked is like deep darkness. They do not know what makes them stumble. So they around here stumbling, tripping over all of the evil and dark stuff that they doing. They getting reapings for what they sown, but they don't even realize this. They don't even know what making them stumble. They don't know it's their evil works. Maybe that's why they keep doing it, because they don't recognize it's a part of them reaping what they sow. Okay, my son, pay attention to what I say. listen closely to my words. See the way he keeps saying listen closely and pay attention. It's like please. He's like begging y'all, please just follow this path to walk with me. I got your back. You stumbled across this page and your ears heard loud and clear. That's the only stumbling he gonna have you do is stumbling across somebody that's gonna keep you on that right path. That's it. I love you. Love you, love. Okay, so it says, do not let them out your sight. Keep them within your heart, for they are life, and those who find them, and health to a man's whole body. Yes. Ain't that something? Right? You said it right when I was saying it, wasn't you? Okay, listen. We talked about this earlier, y'all. Okay, so verse um verse 22. Okay, so I start at verse 21 again. It says, do not let them out your sight. Keep them within your hearts, for they are life to those who find them, and health to a man's whole body. Remember we was talking about the lady with the stage 4 cancer, and she had to once her son came in and changed her regimen and tried to find a natural way to help heal her, he realized that it wasn't just her diet, but it was also her stress, her toxic thoughts, the way that she was living and not really getting in tune with nature. She was stepping outside of her God space, right? She was like disconnected, and that whole strategy to help change her toxic thoughts is what healed her. And right here in Proverbs, it tells us that it's all about your thoughts, the choices that you make. You got the free will, but which choice do you want to make? You want to make the path where it feels good to you now and you're gonna cry later, or do you want to cry now because you got to be disciplined because God loves you so much that you're gonna laugh later. You're gonna cry now and laugh later while everybody else laughing now and crying later. You know what I mean? It's just like they say, while everybody out there partying, you should be working. So when everybody out there looking silly and they broke, you got all the money, right? It's just the same. You got to work while, what they say, I don't know about that work while you sleep, but the working while they sleep. But yes, while everybody else is working, you're working just like that squirrel. It's in the summertime, that squirrel gathering up all them nuts and stuff for the winter, because he understands what's about to take place in that next season. So he putting his foot to the plow right now. Them little feet is going and laying storing up stuff for the winter. He about his business and he's staying focused, right? Oh my goodness, that was a whole word right there. But it was this same theory model from earlier. That's why I was like, I gotta come back and tell y'all this because it was so relevant to the last video of walking in your purpose. I'm like, it was just too many synchronicities in the Proverbs where he had me open up the book too. Like I literally had no idea that I was even about to read from the Proverbs. Some just told me go to Proverbs, and I opened it up and I started reading. I'm like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, wait, what? Like, oh, I gotta come talk to them. Like he was just giving me further insight on what we had just discussed. It was, and then basically that was like confirmation for me as well. You know what I mean? But it says, above all things. So yeah, that's health to a man's whole body. So your toxic thoughts plays a, or your positive thoughts plays a part on your whole health, the health of your whole body, your temple, right? We're going to keep our temple holy because those thoughts is what is controlling anything outside that goes on in our body once we release them, whether they're toxic or they're positive thoughts, right? And so that's where the diseasement comes from, the negative thoughts, just like that lady was in the book. And that's what it's saying here. When you follow wisdom, you are bringing health to your whole body, okay? Above all else, guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of life. So it's telling you here, guard your heart. Be very careful. And this is where paying attention is required too, because you have to make sure you guard whoever is coming to you, speaking things to you that's going to put you back on that path with toxic negative thoughts. If you know you want to change your thoughts, get around people and that's going to help lift you up to be more aware of speaking positive things. Stop hanging around people that's always got a sad story to tell, that's always living in fear, that's always projecting their insecurities on you. You have to get away from them type of people when you want to change and live a positive lifestyle. And that's why it's so required from the message yesterday to go into that wilderness season where it's time for you to go in the wilderness so that you can sit down and you can be alone, step outside of your own picture frame and assess your situation and everybody in your life to determine how they really talking to you. As long as you in the picture, as long as you're inside the picture, just like this picture right here, as long as you inside that picture, that car can't see the whole picture because it's inside the picture. But when that, if it was to step outside of that picture, me not being in that picture, I done stepped outside of the picture and I'm looking at the picture, assessing it from this view outside of it. I can see a better vision of the money that's behind the car, the words that's at the top of it, the white tire that's on the back of it, because I am not in the picture. I have stepped out, you know what I mean? You step away from people, go into the wilderness and spend time with the God that's within you. Get back into nature, healing yourself, getting back on the right track, healing your toxic thoughts by changing your perspective. You have any tips to help get away from negative people? It's just a decision. That's all it is. Getting away from negative people is a decision. When you ready to make a change in your life and you have your mind made up, nobody can change that for you. You just have to decide, because if you leave prematurely, you may not have learned a lesson for being around those people, and you may have to go back to them and experience even worse. So it's best now to just make sure you leave them when you're ready to make that change. And then you have to, once you leave them, you get away from them, go spend time in the wilderness with God and let God show you just exactly how toxic they really are. Now you can see from a whole nother perspective if they're toxic or if they were a good person. Like, you really have to evaluate everything in your life. Like we said earlier, you got to evaluate your mental health. Give yourself a spiritual checkup. You have to give yourself a mental checkup. You have to give yourself a physical checkup. You go to the doctor to get the physical checkup, and you go to church probably to go get the spiritual checkup. But and you're not really even getting a spiritual checkup at church. You're just getting the word. You have to do that spiritual assessment for yourself. That's spending time with God and allowing Him to show you what areas it is, because we will feed ourselves some lies and be delusional all our life if we could. But God wants us to walk into our truth. You experience it right now? Wow. Wow. Yeah, so when you make that decision to get away from negative people, you don't have to worry about what they gonna think, how they gonna feel. It's for your good. You know what I mean? And you cannot be around them no more. I'm going somewhere. And now it's not a place of where I'm feeling lonely and why I gotta get away from them. No, because you ever prayed and asked God to reveal your enemies to you, and then you see friends and family and people show up and you're like, no, 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 Lord, not them. No, 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 Lord, not that person. No, I gotta, no, 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 not that person. Try somebody else. And then God like, but no, they talking about you behind your back. And he's like, it's okay. No, I ain't see it. And they ain't doing nothing. No, that's what we all do. That's just family. That's how we do. We got to behind each other back all the time. No, 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 no. And then now they go and smack you in the face directly. And God like, okay, you ready to leave? Yeah, you ready to ride out? And you like, no, 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 not them. I said my enemies, God. And He keep telling you who these people are, and you keep wanting to be around them. Why do you keep wanting to be around them? Is it because you don't know your own self-worth? You have to know your worth in order to know, I don't need to be around these people. Because guess what? If you know that other people are negative and you trying to become a positive person, y'all not even on the same playing field. Y'all not sitting at the same table. They can't come to your table. They're not welcome. That's part of the mean girls or the mean guys. Remember on the movie, the mean girls? They can't sit with you. Them the stuck up ones, okay? Okay? Oh my goodness. So you ain't got to be worried about why they don't want to hang around. No, no, no. I can't hang with you. I got somewhere to go. My life is dependent upon this. I got somewhere to be. God has called me, and I'm gonna answer that call. If you don't want to answer that call, you sit right there and sit, look pretty, be comfortable under that blanket. But I got to get up and I got to go serve God because He got so much in store for you. He has a harvest for you, a abundant harvest for you. But the labor is few, and the labor is not hard at all. All it requires is your obedience to God. And God says that you cannot have serve two masters because you're going to love one and you're going to hate the other. So you have to make a decision in your life. Is God more important than the people that you're afraid to walk away from? Or is them people more important to you? Because if they can't even figure out their own life, they definitely can't figure out your life. You better off going with the Holy Spirit, intuition, discernment, gut instinct, first mind that's inside of you before you depend your life on other people. You probably the one that's showing up and helping them and coming to their rescue anyway. So what goal are they really serving you? You said you seen it way too much. Yes, people prefer familiarity over improvement. Exactly. Exactly. You are so welcome, love. Yes, he prepared the table before you in the presence of your enemies. That's right. And guess what? And them enemies going and if you already in your wilderness season and them enemies they peeking around and you over here in motion, you got motion going and you doing your 1-2 and you on that brink. Guess what? The enemy, now that's the enemy because it's an outside force. That enemy, not the enemy, the enemy is going to send somebody over to you just to see, or maybe it's God testing you to make sure that before I bless you, let me see if you're gonna go back to these same people. So let me bring them back over to your life. See, so these people is gonna inch on back over to your life like this, and they gonna be trying to come up and I want to be with you, I want to hang with you, a friend, where have you been? And now you over here like, ugh, what you doing coming back over here? Because when God said He was preparing a table before me in the presence of my enemies, He didn't say you could sit down and eat too. He said He preparing this table for me. He said He gonna make my enemies my footstool. What make you think you're gonna be sitting at my table, huh? If you're my footstool, that means my foot is on your neck. Ooh, commitment and consistency. That's exactly what it is. You gotta have commitment and consistency. That's that discipline. Discipline your life. You got to have an organized life to be disciplined. And God, He disciplines those that He loves. So keep having a life of discipline is actually rewarding because when I scratch off my to-do list, I don't know about y'all, I feel so accomplished. I feel good like I did something. And I be wanting to do 10 more other things because I write my list so small. If y'all go find one of them videos I did before, I break down exactly how I write my to-do list out. And I break it down so small into pieces that I can get done in 15 minutes or less. Okay? So then when I get ready to do, now I'm looking at this whole list and then say if I got 30 things on there, 30 things is actually attainable to do in a day because it's so small and it's so easy that I'm not procrastinating. I'm not looking at the big overall picture and getting frustrated and flustered and I'm just sitting back like, man, just forget it all. I just want to ignore it and hope it go away. That's the Lulu land. That ain't the Delulu we living in. The Delulu we living in when we want to manifest and bring things forward from out of the spiritual realm into the physical realm is the Delulu of knowing, I know God gonna provide this. I know God gonna bring it out the spiritual realm and put it into the physical realm. I know God is gonna work things out for my good because I love Him, for the good of those who love Him, right? So you gonna look at God and you gonna be like, okay, I trust you, Lord. Let me stop. Let me stop. One step at a time is the only way to get through it. That's it. That's it. Just get disciplined. Get in the right Deluluville too. Don't deceive yourself and lie to yourself to make you think we on the path and we're doing what we're supposed to. This right here, using the wisdom, lets us know exactly if we on the right path, and it's also giving us the necessary steps that we gotta use in order to do it. It's plain and simple. Ask for wisdom and embrace her. And this is what she's going to do with you. Love her. In order to love somebody else, we remember we got to first love ourselves, right? What I say earlier? Did I say that earlier? I was like, we can't put 93 into our gas tank and then 87 into our body. That's not love for yourself. So how can it be love for somebody else when we haven't taken the time out first to discipline and govern ourselves? My enemies turning on each other. The darkness they send my way slides off my anointed oil. God don't play about me. I done seen it 100 times. Exactly. Let me tell you something. Your enemies is turning on each other probably because you ain't nowhere to be found. They can't try to do something and make you upset and play with you in your face. So they creating chaos amongst each other because that's just who they are. That's just what they do. They thrive on evil. They remember it said when they can't sleep until they just do some evil stuff. Okay, so they gotta do it to somebody. You just was the one that they did it to that one time, not or that how many ever times until you decided to get up enough self-worth to walk away from them, right? And once you decide to walk away, now they gotta do it with everybody. They gotta go find new meat. They gotta go find new meat. And then guess what? You said God don't play about me, baby, baby, baby. That's why I'm telling you. I'll tell God on you in a minute. God, get them. They bothering me, Daddy. I'm a spoiled little girl in God. I don't know about y'all. I'm like daddy's little girl, okay? I'm his favorite. He said we are the apple of his eye, honey. You better believe, okay? If any of y'all know y'all had y'all daddies in y'all life, or maybe the experience of what you wanted to feel like having a father in your life, that's the exact feeling that you should be putting into God, whether you had a father or not. Take that experience of how it would have felt to you if you would have had one, if you don't have one in your life. But take that exact experience, and that's what God is to you, because you his favorite. You the apple of his eye. You said they was never a good team to begin with. Somebody got to fall for it. Exactly. Exactly. But see, all of the time, it's like your light be so bright, they cannot, it exposes their demons. It exposes their wickedness. So you couldn't be around them. But it's all right. Because God don't want you around them people anyway. Who want to be around somebody that talk about you? Who want to be around somebody that's constantly plotting up against you? No, nobody. I wouldn't. But when we in that low place or we don't open up and we don't know who we are because we're around toxicity all the time, the environment that we were raised in may have been toxic. If you've been going through something over and over and over and over and over again, all you know is all you know. You don't know nothing more. You haven't experienced the world from a broader aspect, so you only know what's going on in your city. It's a parade inside my city. You said, oh, okay. They hate my gift of discernment. Yep. I don't even have to say anything because the Lord goes before me. That's right. That's what I'm man, listen. My presence irritates their soul, but they done it to other people. But when it's me, judgment. Is your name Judgment? Your name Righteous Judgment? Because when you come along, they can either look. See, that's where that choices come in. And when they mess with that right one, it said the Bible say be careful because you don't know who you are entertaining. You could be entertaining angels unaware, right? So if they don't know who they messing with and they don't know who you are because you looking like a human just like them, but they don't know what's on the inside of you and who you attached to, baby, they gonna play with the right one today. But see, that's what they need because it's gonna push them into the place. Now, is you gonna choose your wicked lifestyle still, or you about to change your ways? Because you about to get this today. that's how God covered. You about to get this today. So what you gonna do? But really, it's really all about for people to see who they are, exposing people to themselves so that we can become a better person, so that we can live in our true, authentic self. Because everything that we have been chasing thus far has been driving us into the ground. It has been shortening our lifespan. Think about how years ago in the Bible, thousands of years ago, hundreds of years ago, whatever it was, when they had the people that was living for hundreds of years. Now we can't even live it to 100 years. If somebody lives to be 100 years old, that's a blessing in itself in overall. You know what I mean? So, man, Y'all are blessed. Y'all are truly blessed. That's why y'all ain't got nothing to worry about. Because when you're walking upright in God, we are choosing wisdom. Regardless of how they treat us, we know what God gonna do. So all we got to do is keep walking in that wisdom, that love, and being understanding. Like, oh, okay, it's cool. Keep doing you. All right. You know, you gonna turn that other cheek because you gonna leave and walk out that door. You know, you ain't gonna stay in their presence and keep taking their stuff, but at the same time, keep doing what you're doing. If you want to keep playing with me, oh, okay, I ain't gonna say nothing. Hey, God bless you. May God bless you. Cause in the end, what's gonna happen is they're gonna have to change their ways, either turn from their wicked heart or something, or either he gonna turn them over to a reprobate mind. You said it should never have to go that far, but people don't till they know. It never should have to go that far, but I think that it really teaches us, it's a reflection thing for God to like, technology has put us in a place where we have to get back to the basics. We got to get back to nature. We got to get back to being connected with God, connected with one. Everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people have become lovers of themselves. So whatever they want over what God is saying, they're choosing that. So God is just bringing balance to the earth because He knows that, even us, like I can't lie and say if I'm dealing with a narcissist, I was a narcissist at that point too. When I was dealing with somebody that was a flat out liar, it was because I was lying to myself because I didn't know my worth. I didn't recognize my own worth. So I was lying to myself. I was lying saying that I was going to do something and I really wasn't going to do it. I was lying to myself saying, oh, I'm a good person, knowing I didn't really walk in the fruits of the spirit, but I thought I was a good person because of what I did, not who I was. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think all of that is to really get us back connected to God, to get us like it's just like in the Old Testament when God sent the flood. Then when that didn't work out and the people didn't do what they were supposed to do, then God sent Jesus. And then when that, what I'm saying, and now we're at a place where Jesus is going to return, however, but you know we have to take a different approach to we experience. Okay, so if we had the Noah's Ark, then we had Jesus and stuff, right? Then they burnt up Sodom and Gomorrah, right? Then we had the 2020, y'all know what that is I'm talking about, right? We had the 2020 for our day, and that was a reset to get us back on balance and in sync and in alignment with who we are supposed to be connecting to, not attaching ourselves to things, right? Or people, but detaching from our those things that influence our emotions negatively, and attaching ourselves to God, right? To the full capacity. Lessons got to know who you listening to. People tend to follow what they can see over things they know they should believe. Yeah. People like that comfortability. You said I'm an earth angel. Thank you for reading my comments. Also notice when the Lord is covering us and they can't get in and they get mad and it turns obsessive once the light is gone. Yeah, you know what? They don't even compare. They can't compete where they don't compare. You so on a whole nother level and you got motion and you doing what you're doing. I think what they upset about the most is that you're focusing on yourself. You're focusing on God. You trying to become a better person. You trying to do what you're supposed to do to help heal the land, right? And you want to create heaven on earth, right? What did it say? Paradise on earth. You want to create that experience while we're here because it pierces your heart. So you on this whole mission to become a better person when they still trying to show off and live in that old paradigm that is outdated, with those outdated beliefs of trying to show off their material gains as if that means that makes them the man that or the woman that they are. It doesn't mean anything because they're left feeling void and empty at the end of the day, and you over here with peace and not living in chaos and turmoil like they are. So they are very upset because it's not just your light. It's not what you can spot over on them. perverse is. Can you hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Uh-oh. My phone was ringing. Can you hear me now? Okay, you can hear me now. Okay. Ricardo! What's up, Ricardo? When they see how you acting, it reflects so much of everything they're doing wrong. Yeah. People rather make you change than having to change themselves. Yeah, and that's what we on the path of. We want to change ourselves because actually people are tired of that old paradigm. That's why you see IG models ain't thriving no more. That's why you see certain lifestyle things. It's just not, it's not working anymore. It's not satisfying to our soul. It's not quench thirsting to our soul. Like that satisfies the flesh. And once you've lived the flesh and you've obtained those things and you had, it's not appealing. It's you want peace. You know what I mean? Especially when you go through life's trials and you try to live fast and hard and do what you want to do, and then you got to sit down. God got to go set you down somewhere, right? So now you like, okay, wait a minute. I got a whole new different outlook on life. And they just ain't had their new outlook on life yet. That's all it is. They ain't turned from their way. They ain't answer the call. That's all. Shalom, shalom. You got to go through God to get to me. The Lord wants us to love everyone, and he will sort them out later. Sometimes the Lord will remove you from someone's life to not get caught up in their judgment. Yeah, you don't want to be a part of nobody's wrath, because it can seep over on you. When you activate the pineal gland. Yeah. So listen at this. It says, we did verse 23 because we said, above all else, guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of life. Put away perversity from your mouth. Keep corrupt talk from your lips. Let your eyes look straight ahead. That means look at what you're doing. Don't look at what's going on around you. Don't focus on the distractions. That's what they are at this point. They are distractions because God has you going somewhere, and that's your promised land. You're trying to get to your promised land. So whatever they doing or whatever they feeling or saying negatively about you, God is going to hold you up in honor as long as you keep doing this. Put the blinders on and stay focused on Him in your life. You know what I mean? God is going to protect you. And they're going to be put to shame. They're going to be held to a high honor of shame, okay? Trust me, they're going to be put on a pedestal of shame. So while God is honoring you and favoring you and blessing you, they will be over here. Listen, trust me, that laugh now, cry later thing is real. Okay, so it says, let your eyes look straight ahead. Fix your gaze directly before you. So directly before you is like this. It's not over here and over there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So just keep trusting God. Keep only focusing on Him, because when we get distracted, we lose focus, and then we get out of whack, and then we get our life get off track, and then after a while, it becomes a pattern, a repeated pattern, and guess what? It's harder to get back in that sync the longer you stay out of it. It's just like with the jobs. They only want you to have a weekend break for 2 days, because anything after that, they know you probably ain't gonna come back to work. Okay, so they're just gonna give you just enough. They're gonna give you just enough. So it says, make level paths for your feet. That means you've been walking on rocky sand if you ain't walking with the Lord. But if you're walking in up of righteousness, your feet is level when you're walking in wisdom. But if it ain't level, then it's on rocky ground when you're walking in wickedness. Okay, and that's pretty much the fruits of the flesh and the fruits of the spirit. And take only things that are firm. If it's solid, if it's firm, we don't want no ifs, ands, buts, maybes. We don't want no maybes. We don't want no let's see what happens if. You want stuff that's firm, right? You want stuff that know where they're going. People that know where they're going in life. You don't want to be bothered with somebody that's just saying, I'll take it in one day at a time. Let's just see where it go from here. No. Be sure about what you want, who you want, how you want it, where you going, and what time we gonna get there, huh? No, just playing, but not what time we gonna get there. But a person would have to have a plan in their life in order to be around you, because you got to make sure that if you operating on that level, why would you have people around you that ain't operating on that level? Like y'all, it's like, it's hard when you're trying to grow and you're trying to just to get around people that you want to learn from, but you keeping people around you that you have to constantly teach, and they don't want it. They pulling you down. They rather pull you down. It's hard to be around people that keep pulling you down while you trying to get pulled up. It's hard. That's why you got to get away from them. And that's why God ain't going to bless your life until you do get away from them. Do not swerve to the right or the left. Keep your foot from evil. Keep your foot from evil, and he ain't going to let it stumble, right? Let's see what y'all saying. In all honesty, it's not easy doing the right thing. You get a lot of enemies and have to go through a lot of hardships. And in the end, it's always worth it because you have no regrets. Yeah. And God ain't going to let you go hungry. God going to take care of all your needs. You know what I'm saying? He just want to test our loyalty before he blesses us. And he wanted to see how faithful we are in him. And how much hard work we're willing to put in before he blesses us in the promised land. But it can be a little hard sometimes to do the right thing, but it becomes simpler along the way. But it's like you said, it's worth it. It's so worth it. Biblical Smoke on YouTube. On YouTube. Okay, I'm going to go on their page in a minute and see. Okay. Or see if you could tag me. Can you tag me on YouTube? Maybe if you could do that, I could tag me in one of their other posts so I could turn my notifications on. I am kind, but I know I will no longer let people crush me. It sucks, but the Lord is teaching me this. Yeah, you got to have boundaries in your life. You worth more to those people. You got motion, baby. You doing God's will, so you are valuable in his eyesight. And when you know who you are and you know how valuable you are, it's like knowing, it's like this. When people fake they rich. You ever see people fake they rich? So they be having gold all of my chain, gold all of my rings, gold all of my socks. What it say? And they be having gold all on their fingers and rings on every finger. They had the big chains on, and they just gotta be seen with their fly gear on and they b-boy stance and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They nice flashy car. So they present themselves as money, but really is po money, right? All of their wealth is on their body, right? And then when you get that real deal and you realize, okay, just say a person get rich. Do you think a rich person really want to walk around the hood showing all of their money? Because they going to think they going to get robbed. They ain't not trying to put all their rings on their finger. It's the person who probably got $20 in their pocket that's putting on all of that jewelry, trying to flash and look good. They faking it and ain't making it, okay? But the ones that's really out here getting money and that's really got money or wealthy, they're not going to places to appease people who cannot afford what they have because they know that it's a temptation to get robbed. It's a setup. So when you know how valuable you are, baby, you know your value and your worth, and you just can't let it go in all places. Cause some places is the hood, the poverty of the mind. You know what I mean? Those negative thoughts is people that's operating from their toxic place. Yep, and if you're lucky enough, God will let you see it. Yeah, God will definitely let you see it if he know you coming from a place of where you can withstand it. What you gonna see, and he know you ain't gonna talk about it. Yeah, he looks at your intelligence once he show you. You say, you getting away ASAP. Okay, baby, your mommy a witch. Well, God got you. Stay covered. Walk in his wisdom and turn and repent, and you do what you got to do. And that way God going to keep you covered, okay? And then when God tells you, if God leads you and the Holy Spirit unctions you to make a move or do whatever it is that you got to do. I don't know. I can't tell you if you should leave your mom or not or whoever, but God has to give you that unction to get away because you don't want to reap their judgment as well. Because you're blessed when you have that covering on you. I've seen people show colors I've never seen in a crayon box. They done created some whole new colors, huh? I love her, but I'll let God's wrath work. It won't stop. Oh, man. That's so crazy to hear that people want to do that to their own kids. You know what I mean? Like, that's sickening. I think you and then Miss Ray to you. I think you would do something like that. I think you would do the @ sign in a comment section. I don't know. I saw somebody do it earlier. They added somebody and I thought it went through. I don't know. I've never tagged nobody in a post or just send it. You can send it to me on IG. My name on IG is Miss Ray to you. It's the same on all platforms. Miss Ray, the number 2 and the letter U. It's on, so you can inbox me on the link on IG. You said all your money spent at that point, right? When you got on all them rings and clothes looking good, here it is, rich people over here wearing Jesus sandal 18s with some khaki shorts and a white T-shirt because they want people to like them for who they are, not for the money that they got, right? Keep it to yourself, ain't others' business. Yes, and God bless you, because you know nobody deserves that. Yes, you could email me, misswrightacademy@gmail.com. It's going to be in the description box, too, below. Or when it should be in the description box when I'm done with this video. Miss MZRAE Academy@gmail.com. Hey, love. Hey. Love, love, love. Okay, y'all, listen. I got to go. I've been on here for about 3-4 hours a day. I've been working. But I felt I needed to come back to y'all and talk to y'all about what I was reading, because I'm like, okay, I done went live and talked to the people and we communed and had a good time this morning. It's MZRAE Academy, ACADEMY @gmail.com. That's what my email is. And so I went and I started studying the Word of God, and I'm like, wait, what? Wait, what? Confirmation. So I knew, I'm like, let me share this with y'all, because I just couldn't not share it with y'all after we had just communed this morning. So I love y'all for tuning in with me. I could get a little crazy sometimes, a little crazy, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't on demon time. I'm going to be walking with the wisdom and the knowledge and understanding. Thank you so much, Josh. Thank you, Steven. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, God got you covered. You good. You just got to be obedient to the Holy Spirit inside of you when God gives you instructions. YAML? Oh, why am I not getting your notifications? Oh, I have no idea. You know what? A lot of people been saying that lately. I'm not sure. I don't know. That's crazy. Yeah, subscribe and stay tuned, baby, because it's only up from here for you. Once you made that decision to go the right path and walk upright with God, you want to walk with God, it's up to you. Because she's speaking real stuff. YouTube hating. Is that what it is? If I was talking nonsense, they'll be promoting it all over the place, right? It went viral. But I'm telling somebody how to be moral and ethically correct and according to God and stuff, and they like, no, we ain't trying to hear that. We trying to still live our because they got their own wicked agenda going on, huh? So you ain't about to promote positivity and God and all of this stuff. Thank you so much. Welcome to the family, y'all. She part of the royal family, y'all. She the chosen priesthood, right? God's favorite, the apple of God's eye. God bless you. So yeah, I really appreciate y'all for tuning in with me today. I got my ginger ale right here because I don't know. You just that ginger ale. You got to make sure you stay on alert because this weather's been changing. It's been raining every day. It gets 70 degrees. Last night it was 30. I don't know what it was, but it was cold last night and it was hot the night before. So I gotta. It's something about ginger ale growing up. I don't know if it's some old reprogramming or what, but this gonna heal everything, even the cut. If you got a cut, drink some ginger ale, and it's no, I'm just kidding, y'all. Don't take my advice like that. I'm not a doctor. I am just talking to y'all on YouTube. God bless you, Aunt. Yes, spreading the word and positive vibes. Nothing like it. Thank you so much. But yes, it's the first time I sat for a whole live. Wow, I so appreciate you. And then I hadn't seen you. I see you in and out a little bit, but I haven't seen you for like a while, for a minute. And I'm like, where you at? First day I got this much free time right now. God, and you know what? This is the first time that I ever went live. When I went live this morning, this is probably the second time, but this is like the first time I went live early in the day. Usually it'd be at nighttime. You know what I'm saying? That's the only soda I drink too now. Yep. You try to pop in on me. Thank you. Yeah, this the only thing I drink right now. Listen, it cure everything. Okay, if you feeling a little itch in your throat, you sneezing a little bit, just drink some ginger ale. Your eyes watering a little bit because you're sleepy, just drink a little ginger ale. You said put your email on your shirt on the wall in the background. You know what? Actually, I was thinking about. No, I don't. Not like that. No. Just listen. I got the socks because the socks make me feel like I'm snacking, okay? But I really don't snack like that. I can get into moments. Like I might have a moment once a month, and I don't know if it's because I'm a lady, you know what I'm saying? But I get into those moments where maybe once a month for 2 days, and then I will go buy all these snacks, and they'll go to waste because I won't eat them. It was something that made me want to get it that is every month. I don't know, but I don't eat all of that stuff. That's why I got the socks, because it makes me feel like I've satisfied that craving. I was about to. That's what I was gonna say to you. So these, somebody said they liked it. These right here, real quick. Hold on. So this one says, "Time is money. Speed wins. Success. What that say? Set goals and go, and never look back." I've had that for a while now, and I just feel like it ties into the old paradigm, you know, the materialistic world where we chasing, and you know, we're not chasing no more. We're attracting what we want into our life. So I was really gonna change that, take that down, and put something else up. And I need some ideas, but I'm so glad you gave me that idea to get the light up thing that probably say like Miss Ray or something. But you saying I should get it as my email to put on the back wall? But I was gonna get that whole, like, maybe a neon light to put back there instead. That's got my name, something more sleek and cute. But it's like this look a little immature now. Look a little childish. Okay, I ain't gonna lie to you. Look a little childish. So that's what I was working on. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe y'all got some good ideas for me. Y'all know my color thing: black, gold, and white, cream, white. It's black, gold, and white for the most part. So, um, yeah, Monopoly did teach you a lot of lessons about life, but I don't want to. I mean, yeah, that never look back, that works, but speed don't win. I don't know about speed winning. I think wisdom wins after today. And then set goals and go. Yeah, that still applies to today, but time is money. It is, but God has us working. Like, I want to operate in the now moments, and because I feel like God has us right where we're supposed to be. You know what I mean? That last one up there is say, nobody cares, work harder. That's the one right there that I don't like. I don't like that one. First of all, it's a jail one. And then it say nobody cares, work harder. I'm not trying to work harder. I'm trying to work smarter. You know? The reward is worth it. No, it's not worth it because you lose sleep and do all of that other stuff. So yeah, I think I'm past this now. Like, listen, I do so much decorating at my house, and then I'll be done, and I'll look at it and be like, I want to change it again. I don't know. I don't know why I do that though. Make a poster that advertise your message and content. You can go to community. You can go to my description side or whatever that is about me and read that. With the contact information you want people to have. I don't want people to have my contact information. What, I'm giving them my phone number? What is you trying to set me up for? You trying to get me to put my number online or something, my contact information? all I got is the email, but yeah, and don't nobody really email me unless it's we I got something going on. As far as like the book club closed. Now I close the doors on that one till we done with this book, and then I'm gonna open it back up for the next book. Okay. But now I'm not about to put my phone number on the back wall with my. It ain't that deep. We just communing, y'all. Listen. I mess up just like y'all. I make mistakes every single day. I am just a person that comes to y'all and talk to y'all about my journey, my experience, my wisdom that I've gained and attained throughout the years of bumping my head. So I just want to pass it along to help y'all so that y'all don't have to bump y'all head. I'm no leader. I'm no big person. I am me. I'm just a vessel. That's it. I ain't about to pass my phone number out. That's it. I be over here messing up too, okay? Like he said, he done already ratted me out and told everybody I be snacking. Like he just put me all on the front line. Why you do me like that today? I thought that was between me and you. Well, nobody's supposed to know nothing about them snacks. But you just had to bring it up. And now I'm out here getting exposed like what? What is going on today? The first live you sit in for the whole live, you came straight for my neck. And see, I got to use wisdom now and respond and just say, you know what? I'm going to turn the other cheek like Jesus H. Christ. Because I can't do that to you because I got to use wisdom. I can't even come back for your neck now. I just got to be okay with you put me out there on there. Don't say that you lead by example. You said don't say that? I don't know if I lead by example, do I? Now you talking about putting my whole name and address on the wall. Lord, it's time. Is it time to go to bed? Because you gotta take a nap before the night, before the thing. What is wrong going on here? You said what is the new book up for discussion? Well, right now we was discussing the Bible, right? But earlier when I was on live, we were talking about the book from the book club that we are currently reading, which is Think This, Not That. And it is such a great book by Dr. Josh Axe. And that book was helping us to become. It's helping us to put us in a position to build character as we travel down our paths toward our purpose. The title of that message was called Walking Your Purpose. So that's the book we're working on. Now, sometimes we do get a little fancy and put a little razzle-dazzle in it, and we do some self-care tips on the project self-care journey. I might do that little razzle dazzle with that. I ain't been consistent. I'm gonna be honest, cause see, Josh just put me out there today and letting everybody know that I ain't leading by example. But you know, the weekly self-care project. So we read from that sometimes in the evening, and we talk about everything. And yesterday, you could go look at the video. It's time to withdraw. That's the one we did yesterday. It's time to withdraw. So I guess the one that's needed for today is let's see. Oh, that's the last one for that chapter. So it says, care for yourself emotionally. What in the world? Care for yourself. We just was talking about emotions, y'all. We was talking about that mental state, wasn't we? Should I read that now or come back later? I probably should come back later. You said don't say this. I do. I lead by example. I don't eat snacks all the time. Just summertime, but rarely. I didn't call you out for not being present. I just said I miss not seeing you for a long time. That's it. You said no Jesus, just Christ. He said, here we go. Okay. So, yeah. I'll probably come back later and do this because I like to keep the segments kind of separated so that it's not intermingling with each other just because it's all lining up. Like, wow, that's beautiful how God works. See how God works? And I didn't even know it when I started out going live this morning. I didn't know it. I was going live because I had seen something online. Plus, I was from the book club last night, and then it turned into me going open up my Bible thinking I'm about to do my own personal Bible study. And then I go see this and see all of the comparisons and synchronicities from the message this morning. And then now I'm on here and I go, she asked me what book to read. And then I'm like, what book is we discussing? And I open this up because today I do supposed to do another one since Josh trying to put me under the bus, talk about lead by example. So I got to be consistent with this one. And it say care for yourself emotionally. That's that emotional checkup that we was talking about, right? Oh my goodness. That's all that matter in the present moment. I enjoy you in this present moment. I'm enjoying you. Yes, that's all that matter. I don't care about the past. It's cool. I don't care about 5 minutes ago when you threw me under the bus. It's all right. I appreciate you being with here right here in the present moment. How do I write? How do I write on here? I don't know how to work this live. You see, you said you see how it is. Excuse me. You see how it is. Wow. See how no, that's you see how it is, right? That's how you do me. I be just coming over here doing the Lord's work, and that's how you do me. But yeah, I'm gonna come back because this one is good. This one, I might come back later, or either I'll do a video. But peace I leave with you. This is John chapter 14, verse 27 from Care for Yourself Emotionally. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. I do not give you as I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled and do not be afraid. So that's where we're gonna be coming from tonight. You, why? I love every time I spend the present moment with y'all. I love it. What you talk about? You gotta send me that info too. Send me that send me the stuff about the coaching too. That's what I wanted to make sure you do that. Don't forget about me. Don't forget about me. Like you forgot about me for the last couple months or whatever. You forgot about me for a little while. Don't forget about me like that. And then you don't forget to send me that information so I can check them out. Because you said it come on tonight, right? I don't know how to write it on here. Like on, let me see if I could go on my other phone, right? Real quick. Let me see if I could type it in the comment section. Can I do that? Can I go on the thing from my page while I'm on live on another phone? Can I do that? I don't know if I could do that. If I could do that, let me try. Real quick. Real quick. Real quick. Let's see how we can find this video. Let's say that we live. Hold on. Let's see how we can find this video. Okay, I don't want no feedback in y'all thing. Hold on. Excuse me. Oh, let me drink some ginger ale. I just coughed a little bit. Y'all see it? If he on Instagram, he could just reach out to me because I don't want to mess the phone up and trying to screenshot it and all that. AP for ginger ale. It's for everything. Multi-purpose use. That's what it's for. Okay, so she said, can I be a moderator? Baby, bless your heart. You want to be a moderator? God bless you. I appreciate that. I've never seen you before, though. And then the thing is sometimes I be wanting to be like my dear brother right here and be secular for 2 minutes. I might have to tell somebody else. So I don't... I got moderators, but I don't want to really send... Let me look at that. See, every time I do this, I've been on here too long. It's time to go. But yeah, the moderator thing is cool. I appreciate you. Maybe if I see you more often, I can make a decision. But right now, if somebody get too out of hand, I think God gave me enough wisdom, right? He gave me enough wisdom to know what to do. I'm still working, y'all. Still working on it. I love y'all. I love you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you, and I see you in the next one too. Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Email me then. Email me the information that you want me, or email me the information that you want me to. Or you could just put the name of the page, the YouTube page, in one of my comments on the video after this video over with, if you want. That way you ain't got to be going all over the place. Just put the thing in the comments. You done had me put my email in there and stuff and all that already. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. Why is y'all up there and y'all ain't said nothing to me? Y'all ain't talking to me. Y'all don't like me like that? Y'all just like a little bit. Y'all want to hear what's going on, but you don't like me like that. What's up? What's up? I love all y'all. Y'all ain't got to just sit back there hiding out from me. Say hey sometimes. I love y'all. I ain't gonna bite you. Let me stop, y'all. Let me get out of here. Let me get out of here. Okay, send it to me now. Thank you so much. I love y'all. Hey, listen, if y'all want, hey, Steve, if y'all want some coaching, if y'all feel like y'all got blockages in y'all life and y'all want to work on y'all purpose and get started, and you need a strategy session, just a 30-minute strategy session, email me. I just gave y'all the email address. It is missrayacademy@gmail.com. It will be listed in the description box below as soon as this live video ends. And we can discuss a strategy session for you to get you started and clear those blockages that's in your life to help you get back on the path to walk upright with God, to walk in your purpose, and to be the best you that you can authentically, truly be. All right? I love y'all with the love of God, and I'll see y'all in the next video, okay? Until next time. Keep paying attention to the signs that God gives you. He just gave me 3 back to back already today with all these messages. So I love y'all. Pay attention. He gonna guide you, and he's not gonna let your foot stumble. He's gonna make your name great. He's gonna make you blessed and favored, right? Amongst man and God. Okay, that's big. That's huge. Can't nobody do it like him. So don't walk away from him and walk towards the wickedness. Trust in him, because can't nobody save you like God can, right? Yeah. In the name of Jesus, may we all go forth and we walk on that path where we make righteous choices, the right choices. We choose our thoughts. Every single moment, we choose the right thoughts. We operate from a place of more logic and spiritual and listening to the Holy Spirit of what they're leading us to do versus responding in our flesh. All right. So I love you with the love of God. And I hope that we all continue to grow in this journey that we call life, right? Until next time, let's grow.